Everybody, this is Jeff Veale, the business guru, not in downtown Manila as normal. I'm across the road in Bangkok. Bought a one-way ticket. When am I going home? No idea. I'm having a good time. I may never go home. And my team don't want me to come home because we've had a record 2 weeks and I haven't even been there. So how cool is that, guys? It's all about systems. Speaking of systems, I've got a man here who's got a system for your gut health. So you men and women out there who, like me, are having gut problems over the years on and off, and you reach for the Melandrin, you're down at 7-Eleven at midnight trying to get some bloody Gaviscon or something. That's not the answer. This man has the answer for you. Guys, cost you nothing to reach out and have a virtual cup of coffee and have a chat. This man's done this for a long time. He's an expert in his field. So don't suffer anymore. Reach out. Now, let me tell you about this gentleman, who he is, right? I'm going to keep you in the dark. Literally, I got my little light here. Now, come on, up you come. My light's going off. I've got Dr. Philip Robert, and I think it's Mach, M-A-C-H, Mach, and he's got about 92 letters after his name, so I'm not going to read all that. I'll read some of them out for you guys who don't know. CNFC, FNLP, MD, we know what that one is, MS. So guys, we don't even know what those numbers are, but the doctor does, so he'll tell you later. So his current title, he's a functional medicine consultant and mentor. That's what he does, guys. He mentors your health, right? Company name is livefunctionality.com. Industry, guess what? Health and wellness. Guys, no point being rich or even famous, like 15 minutes of fame, if you got bad health. Fix it up, reach out, So here he goes. He's an old man like me, 25 years in counting, 20 years as a practicing physician, right? Description of his business, holistic health. Women come to me exhausted with fatigue and bloating. I help them get to the root cause. This is pretty cool. Reduce inflammation so they increase their productivity. I use a personalized approach to help them understand their body signals so they can be more in control of their own. That's it, guys. You get warnings. There's an old saying, guys, two things. Listen to your gut. That's number one. What that means is you get signals. You get signals, guys, but a lot of you are so darn busy, you're ignoring them. Don't ignore them. Don't ignore them, guys. If your gut's your second brain, it's talking to you, but you're not listening. So the doctor's going to teach you how to listen. Key achievements. I've been doing this for over 20 years, both as in workshops as a speaker. His personal motto, optimum health to create health and can't get the word out, longevity, right? Interesting fact, he started his medical education in Mexico and in Spain. That's pretty interesting, right? So he's seen from all different sides of the world. So it's my great pleasure to welcome to the stage Dr. Phil. How are you, Doctor?
Oh, thank you very much for having me, Jeff. This is an absolute pleasure, and
Pleasure's
loving
all
your
mine.
energy and your enthusiasm.
Yeah, I'm passionate, like you. I'm passionate about when you're good at what you do. I tell people I've done this for 50 years. When you do something for 50 years, you get very, very good at it, right?
I imagine so.
Tell us about your journey and what inspired you to pursue your current career path. Where did it all begin?
Where did it all begin? Well, when I was growing up, my mom wanted to be a doctor. That was my
Yeah,
first mistake. No, I'm kidding. No, she wanted me to be a doctor, and so I pursued that. And I thought I was helping people, and so I went to medical school, and I studied hard, and I thought at the end I was going to be great and
yeah,
help people.
yeah,
So I bought the whole system. I
yeah. The
went
system.
to
Yeah,
school. I went to specialize in pulmonary medicine, and then I started my practice. And I had all the power in the world because I had a prescription pad, and I thought that
that's it.
healing was through a prescription pad. And I was right for a time. But the point is that I would treat patients. They'd come to me. People would say, "Give me something, doc," and I'd give them a pill, and they'd walk out, and I'd never see them again.
Yeah, there you go.
Sometimes they come back later, maybe 10 years later, or 5 years later, or 6 months later, and they'd have the same darn problem. I said, whoa, something's got to give here. I don't understand what is going on. They keep coming back with the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
And it kind of made me think. But it really didn't hit me until it started to affect my own health.
Oh, there
And
you
so
go.
first, it affected my brain, and I was diagnosed with ADHD or attention deficit. And then
Yeah.
it affected my mood, and I became diagnosed with depression. And then
Wow.
ultimately affected my gut, and I was affected with irritable bowel. And it hit home at that point in time because I knew the medicine, but I really didn't understand the process and how things fit together. And I was a mess internally. I was living on coffee and
There
sugar
you go.
and wasn't prioritizing sleep, wasn't eating right,
Oh, God.
and
You're the bad mechanic
my
fixing up.
health,
You're the
my
bad
health was a
mechanic
mess.
fixing up everybody
Health
else's
was a mess.
car.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, I needed a mechanic. That's right. Bottom line is that I went to the medical doctors. They weren't helping. I was on medication, side effects, and I came to a crossroads and I said, I gotta do something different. And so I looked into how I could help myself because the medications and the medical system weren't helping me. And so
Correct.
I was searching and I looked into holistic healing and holistic medicine, alternative medicine, and I discovered functional medicine. And through lifestyle and nutrition,
That's right. Few
and I
changes.
learned I learned that the body is capable of healing itself when you give it the right things.
Correct.
And through that process, through building or rebuilding my gut, it
Mhm.
helped everything. Pardon me.
You're right.
And I realized that I was able to get better, get off my medications. And through that, I gave myself hope and the freedom of being off medications. But now what I do is I help individual people get off their medicine or at least reduce the medication. I give them hope and freedom and the ability to have control over their symptoms and really understand what's going on. I form a therapeutic partnership with my patients because it's really their story and my story. So they're an expert at what they do or what they've been through, and I'm an expert at what I do, and we mesh them together. We form a therapeutic partnership.
Fantastic. Yeah, I get it.
Realize that
Like a
everything is
combination.
connected,
Yeah. Yeah.
and therefore we work together. And I am going to be there with you, and I kind of start where you are, and we go from there, and we kind of make progress to get you to where you want to go.
Fair enough. What's been the most challenging aspect of your work and how are you overcoming that?
The most challenging aspect of my work is, I think, when I had to go from being a physician to being a health coach, I had to reinvent myself
Yes.
and I had to, understand communication. I was always a good communicator and a good listener,
Yeah.
but I think that just working with different mentors, really understanding how to be an entrepreneur and really how to understand how to network with other people. And
Yeah.
it's all about relationships. And I think that not that I have issues or difficulty with that. I've
Oh,
always been somebody who is very connected with others. And so it was just an expression of how I was feeling. But I think just the reinventing yourself and just being resilient in the face of, some minor setbacks.
yeah. It's a lonely occupation and as you know, being self-employed, you end up wearing so many bloody hats, right? You got all these
Correct.
hats, right? And you
Right.
can't be good at all of them. I even say, for
Right.
example, now, if you're a doctor or a dentist and AI comes along and you're a great surgeon, how the hell can you be good at AI? When
Mhm.
have you got the time to put the work into AI? Hence the reason I always tell people if you want to fix your car, go to a mechanic. You want your lawn mowed, get a lawn mowing guy. Get the
Right.
experts. They're good at what they do and they love it. And you stay with
Right.
what you do, right? It's a win-win. Everyone wins that way, right? Stay in your lane. I tell people
Right.
all the time, right? Tell us, tell us about an important moment in your career. Where was that aha moment where you thought, I've had enough of this, I'm going to change direction? What happened?
A couple of things. Number one, I had personal struggles with my health,
Right?
and I needed to find a better way to get myself better. And
Mm.
doing a lot of research, I was able to look into alternative methods in order to get myself better through nutrition and lifestyle and some targeted supplementations. Predominantly, first looking at gut health because that's kind of where it all starts
Yeah,
as far as
absolutely.
the origin. And really, it's amazing what's going on in the gut because it's the home of all your hormones and
Sure,
your
your
immune
feelings. Yeah,
system, and without getting into a lot of details. The
Yeah,
second thing was I had to take care of my father. I became a caregiver. My
wow,
father was 90 years old
that's
and
another tough
he
one. Another
was
tough
he
one.
was failing. He had a history of chronic lung disease and heart failure. And I became a caregiver and I extended his life for another 10 to 12 years just
Fantastic.
by the right foods, tapering down his alcohol, which he didn't
Uh,
particularly care for, but he still had his nightly bourbon. But the bottom line was he ate right. He was able to function better. And when it came time to dealing and talking and communicating with the physicians, there's definitely a way that you need to communicate to doctors because they don't really understand what you're telling them unless you really give them the facts and say what's
Absolutely.
going on.
You got
And
to get a doctor
I
who listens. You got
he
someone
had
who listens
maybe
to you.
four or five near-death experiences, but
Wow.
essentially able to extend his life for a good 10 to
Fantastic.
12 years.
You know,
And he was that really opened my eyes a lot because I
good.
realized it's not just about medications. And frequently I would take him off medications.
Uh-huh.
Eventually he would go back on the medications. But the bottom line is that it was a whole approach to healing and it got him through
Nice.
the remainder of his life. So he was
Yeah.
definitely more
The only,
comfortable.
the only thing that concerns me, I speak to a lot of people. I call medicine common sense, but it's not very common. But
Right.
what happens? People like you who are champions, right, who look after their folks, right? Then what happens? Sadly, we all got to pass on. Dad passes on in his 90s, and my idea is then you're 70. Who looks after you? Who's
Right.
coming behind you? That's this, and I see this time and time again with women. They give up everything. They give up having a partner. They give up everything for their mother in a lot of cases, right? I've seen
Mhm.
this many a time. Lovely people, and the mother passes on. The woman now is a say a young 60, which is the new 50. But
Mhm.
woe is me, there's
Right.
no. She spent 20 years looking after mum. She's lost, So I see it all the time. It's all part of life, guys. I tell you this, guys. No one's coming to save you. So use your research and common sense and save yourself, right? That's a big one.
Right.
Save yourself, right?
Yeah,
Tell
take
me,
care of yourself.
absolutely. And think about it, what the doctor said. He ignored his own health at one stage. He's running around helping other people, not paying attention to himself. So,
Right.
that's like the motor mechanic with the rusty, like me, I got the rusty old Volkswagen, but I turn up and
Yeah.
make your Ferrari go quicker, right?
But it happened. A funny story happened today. My wife has been dealing with her mother, taking care of her the last 6 years.
There you go.
Today she finally went to heaven, and so she
All
had
right.
tremendous relief. She was having a lot of emotional issues, and the guy that came to pronounce her, he was a nurse. He had Crohn's disease, and he was on Remicade, which is a medication that messes with your immune system and messes with your liver. And we had a conversation, and I said, maybe we can help you to at least find out what's going on with your Crohn's disease. And so there's a future conversation that he and I will have to discuss his gut health. Perfect example.
In the morning. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. Someone just interrupted me, but I'm back now. Now tell me, in your opinion, what are I'm not sure if I covered this, so I got interrupted. What are the key skills and qualities that have helped contribute to your amazing success? What do you believe they are?
Certainly, resilience,
Yep.
the willingness to
Empathy.
learn and be and find the right mentors and just have this positive attitude because I think positive
That's it. Yeah,
attitude
that's
is,
it.
is
That's it.
absolutely true. When you have negative thoughts, it really affects your psyche and also
Yeah.
managing stress and really doing things that I like to do, making time for myself, as well as being kind to others and having gratitude
There you
in
go,
what
guys.
I do. And so those are positive things.
Yeah, and this gentleman's got wonderful empathy. I mean, I can talk the talk what they say, talk the leg off a dog. We were chatting earlier. I was doing the chatting, he was doing the listening, and about my gut problems, and he was so helpful. Gave me some wonderful advice. So, guys, this is the man for you. If you got gut problems, here's the man that can help you. Tell me, what's your secret? How do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in your field? What's your secret there?
That's a great question. Passionate about helping people, really understanding people. And I think the wonderful thing is I get to talk with a lot of different people.
Yes.
I also am able to keep myself active, because I'm a sports official.
Wow.
I manage or I umpire baseball. I
Uh-huh.
officiate volleyball and I officiate basketball.
Hmm.
And those things are great. It kind of keeps me young, and I am really enjoying looking at some of the younger clients or younger youth, I guess, that are going through different stages of their careers when they are
Yep.
starting out as opposed to getting older. And I can see that progression. That really keeps me motivated.
Mm.
And really, if I can impact the health of people when they're younger, as opposed to trying to avoid problems when they're older. So that motivates me as well. And, just helps me to manage my stress. And I understand that there are certain things that we need to do for our bodies in order to
Absolutely.
regulate ourselves. And so just keeping things on a steady keel,
Huh?
waking up in the morning, same time, going to bed the same time, avoiding certain inflammatory foods, all those things kind of help a lot.
Common sense, yeah. Guys,
Yeah.
look at this guy. Look at look at this got a special delivery. Look at this. Got to
Oh,
show
wow.
you.
What is that?
For $1, it's a coconut. It's bigger than my bloody head. It's a big coconut
Wow.
for
That's
a
huge.
dollar
Really huge.
delivered to my
Wow,
door.
that's wild.
Pretty
That's
cool,
very
huh?
cool. Coconut water is great. It's good for electrolytes, and
Well, I'm
it,
having three a day. I have three a day. They
three a
get
day.
they won't fit in the fridge. Honestly, they're so big they
Oh,
won't fit in the fridge, so they deliver them to
right.
me. Uh,
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
yeah, fantastic. Um,
Very cool.
it's good about gut health. Tell us something about. Tell us a recent project or achievement amongst your many. Tell us a recent one you're particularly proud of, Dr. Phil.
So there were a couple things that, couple of presentations that I gave. One was a midsummer reset, talking about
Nice.
how you can manage your summer and reduce inflammation. And the other thing is I gave a talk about uh, looking at not jumping to psychology, but looking at the underlying physiology, because we really need to look at our body, how our body's
Yeah, that's
working.
right.
And by understanding what's going on rather than jumping to conclusions and
Mhm.
prescribing medication. For example, anxiety and depression is not a Prozac deficiency. We have to look at other things. We have to look at, is there a mineral deficiency? Is there a problem with gut health? Is there a problem with managing stress? So we need to look in terms of, rather than jumping on prescription meds and saying, yeah, it's a duck, it's anxiety, we're going to treat this, which is what I used to do. Now we kind of look at the whole picture and we look and see what's creating it. Is it the fact that we're not sleeping? Is it the fact that we're not eating right? Is it the fact that we're under a lot of stress?
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
we not able to,
Be kind to
regulate
yourself.
ourselves?
Yeah,
Right, exactly. Be kind to yourself.
yeah,
And, and a lot of people are doing the right stuff and they're still not right. And that's where they
yeah,
come to me.
yeah.
So they
Very
could be
well.
doing everything right, but for some reason they're still exhausted, they still have brain fog, and they still have gut problems.
Well, you got to find that
So that's where we
you got to
delve
find that
deeper and
missing
find out
link,
what's
guys.
going
That
on.
missing link, and Dr. Phil
Yes.
he's not a witch doctor. He may be able to help you find that
Doctor.
missing link.
Right.
It's all about communication, guys. Communicate and
Absolutely.
work out. What are you doing right? What are you doing wrong? And let's change it up a bit, right? But I'm telling you now,
Right.
those what I call them rocks. Tablets are not going to fix you, guys. You can give up the tablets. And if you're feeling a bit down, just always my attitude when I'm feeling down, I say I'll be better tomorrow, because if you're down, there's only one way to go. That's back up, right? So
Right.
forgive yourself, be kind to yourselves, guys. Have a break sometimes, right?
Absolutely.
You can't be working at 100% all the time, right? Don't
Right.
try to, right? Tell
We
me,
need to know when to stop. Yeah.
yeah, that's the one. Um, Tell me, what advice would you give a 20-year-old comes to you and he's just left school and he says, "Oh, I'm not sure what I want to do with myself and I need some advice." What would you, it might be a son, a daughter, a niece, or a nephew. What would you tell them?
That's a great question. I would tell them to follow their dreams, to go what they want to do, and if that doesn't work out, then do something else.
That's right.
I think the average person goes through maybe 6 or 7 different job
Definitely.
changes as they go through.
Yeah.
And so just to follow your dreams, to work on what you want to do. And
Yeah.
if you're passionate about that, to go ahead and pursue your goals.
I was
I
laughing.
think
I've had
that's really
six.
it. And
Yeah.
stay positive
Yeah.
and be resilient and take care of your health. Try not to eat too badly all the time, but try to put good things in your body because
Yeah,
food is
correct.
medicine. Food is
Promise
going to
me.
help you. So if you're
Yeah,
eating a good diet, if
yeah.
you're exercising, if you're prioritizing sleep, all those things matter. But I'd say just follow your passions and see where it
Well,
goes.
it's a bit like this. Mum wants you to be a doctor. Dad wants you to be a dentist. What do you want to do? As I tell people, get a passport. This is my advice. Get a passport. Get some
Mhm.
money from mum or dad, or get some from working McDonald's, whatever. Get some money. Go
Right.
overseas. You're going to find your tribe. You're going to meet a lot of other young
Yeah,
people on a
absolutely.
journey. You're going to have a
Right.
wonderful bloody time. And I'll tell you something, guys. You can come back and you can muck it up from 20 to 30. You can stuff it up as much as you want because you've still got your
That's
whole
right.
life ahead of you, right?
Right. But the
The
important
main thing
thing
is,
is that, right, right. The important thing is that what you're doing, even if to not forget the past, but to basically build on the past, because you
yeah,
never know, the past can lead to a future path. So you may need
absolutely.
that experience that you go through that's going to help you in the future.
Yeah, and enjoy yourself, guys. No
Oh, yeah.
one's coming back, and if you don't enjoy it, guys, no one's going to enjoy it for you. There's so many of you I see. Honest to God, you've never left your own suburb, let alone your own city, let alone your own country. Get out there,
Mhm.
guys. There's a beautiful world out there. Here's a
Right.
funny story, guys. I bought this new house. This is years and years ago. I was about, I don't know, about 30. I bought this new house. Anyway, going to work every day, I turn right. So I turned right every day for about 2 years, right? Now, don't ask me why. One day I went left.
To turn
All of
left.
a sudden, there was a shopping centre, there was a bloody golf course, there was
Oh,
all
that's
this
funny.
new shit, right?
Yeah,
I'd never seen before. I'm guilty. For 2 years, I never went left. So
that's
there you
crazy.
go, guys. I got a new philosophy now. Even when I travel now, like I'm in Bangkok, I get to the hotel and I walk the block. And I see there's a massage shop, there's a dentist, there's a barber, there's a 7-Eleven, there's an ATM machine. So I know all the conveniences are at my fingertips. Whereas if I stay in
Right.
my hotel room, I'm struggling. I don't know where anything is. Yeah. So
Right.
there it is, guys. Get out and explore. Have some fun. Looking ahead, Dr. Phil, what do you got? You're a young man. What are your goals and aspirations as you keep climbing that mountain? What are you going to be doing?
So I hope to spread my message to grow my company, live functionally, to help as many people as I can. Uh,
Fantastic.
and to really just because there's a major issue going on in our country with diabetes and with
Yeah,
Alzheimer's, dementia, and
yeah,
Parkinson's disease and heart disease.
yeah.
And I think that there's a lot of misinformation out there. And so my thing is to help you get the right information, to help steer you on the right course, and to basically help you get started. Health is a journey. It's, daily wins and stacking habits so that you're able to get to where you want to go. But the thing is that there is many, many things going on. We have one of the highest sick rates in the country and in the world, actually.
Yeah,
And it's only going to get worse as
that's
far
right.
as diabetes and Alzheimer's. And we need to kind of
Yeah.
spread the message. And now you have all these people who are on GLP-1 medications,
Oh,
which
God.
are helping people lose weight, but it's really affecting their muscles and their metabolism's all messed up. And so
Yeah.
there's a lot of things going on. Again, the quick fix with the pill. So you really can't do quick fixes. It takes time to heal, may take months. It's not an overnight thing.
No. Well, you didn't get there overnight, so you're not going to fix it overnight. Dr. Phil, you've been an
Right,
awesome
exactly.
guest. Tell our listeners what's the best way to reach out and get a check on our gut and have a chat to you and find out, and if you don't know, I'm sure you know someone who does know. That's a good thing about your particular field, right? So
No,
what's the
that's
best
something
way to
good.
reach out to you?
So you can reach me through my website at livefunctionally.com.
Yeah,
You can also reach me at phil@livefunctionally.com, which is an email.
yeah,
But the thing is that people can follow me on LinkedIn, which
correct. That's a
is
big one.
Philip Robert Mack, Live Functionally. You can follow me on Instagram or Facebook, which is Philip Robert Mack. And the other thing is that we have a weekly talk show called Let's Talk Gut Health,
Oh,
where
nice.
one of my colleagues and myself, it's every Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. We have a half-hour show. We invite people to come on. People bring their questions, and we have a conversation about whatever ails you. We have
You're a genius.
a
That's
topic
really
that we
that's
have.
spreading the word. That's very well
Yeah.
done. Now, guys, what I want you to know, 15 minutes of fame, I do half the talking, too much, but 15 minutes of fame, it's all about you. What we do, we get you on the show, we find out your story. Every man's got a story. And then what we do with it, here's the interesting part. we put that story across Reddit, Quora, LinkedIn, Facebook groups, YouTube, and of course our school platform, and we put you in front potentially of hundreds of prospects. Now, we do it once just to help you. Then you do it every month. You go on LinkedIn. I was interviewed by the business guru. You put it on all the different social media platforms. You keep promoting it. Blow your own trumpet, guys. If you're good at what you do, tell the world. And what happened, one of my clients recently got $1 million contract from a hotel chain who saw the podcast 6 months after the event because he did listen, right? And guys, I want you to think about all this, because what we're going to do, when we put you on there, we put all your links underneath on YouTube. So, Doctor, make sure you send me the one about the show, but I'll promote the hell out of that for you, right? And we'll get a few more people coming to that show. That's important. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, before we wrap it up, tell us a fun fact about yourself that most people do not know.
Well, I happen to be a musician, and I used to play with a rock and roll band for about 10 or 12 years. I played trumpet, I played trombone,
that'd be fantastic.
and occasional keyboard, and that was a total blast. And I actually been approached to pick it up again. It's been about 4 or 5 years.
I was going to tell you,
somebody else came to me and they said, "Oh, we have a blues band and we want you to be a part of it." So
yeah,
I'm going to pick up my trumpet again, and I'm going
to on you, my friend.
Join the band. So
music
is amazing, and it's been an integral part of my life.
And you play my favorite music too. You know, I love that. I love that blues and soul stuff. It's good for the soul, really.
Good for the soul, right?
Yeah. And so, any last words for our wonderful audience before I wrap it up? Any last words?
So I just want to say to everybody, you got to start somewhere. That essentially to do one thing every day, whether it be to focus on your sleep or prioritize good food, and to work on that and build on that so you can build solid habits and a solid foundation. And if you're having struggles, if you're doing everything right and you still need some advice, let's have a chat. And I offer a free discovery call
there you
to
go,
anybody and everybody so that we can have a conversation, not a sales call. And out of that call, you'll get some direction as to where you want to go. And it's a start. And that's where it's all about.
The rest is history. All right. Thanks, Dr. Veale. You've been awesome.